I never thought I'd be the kind of man to spy on his own wife. But something felt off her late nights, the secretive texts, the distant look in her eyes. I needed the truth, even if it shattered me. So I installed cameras in our home without telling her. Days passed with nothing unusual until one night, I saw it. The betrayal I feared unfolded right in front of me, and from that moment on, nothing was ever the same. We met in college, one of those whirlwind romances that felt like it was written in the stars. She was smart, beautiful, with a laugh that could light up any room. I fell hard, and she fell just as fast, or at least I thought she did. We got married a few years later, built a life together, a home filled with memories, laughter, and promises of forever. At first, everything was perfect. We'd stay up late talking about our dreams, planning vacations, picturing our future. She was my best friend, my confidant, the person I trusted more than anyone. But trust, that's the thing about it, can be fragile, even when you don't realize it's cracking. It started small. Little things I brushed off as nothing. She became distant. Her phone was always glued to her hand, and she started working late more often. When I'd ask, she'd laugh it off, saying I was being paranoid, and maybe I was. Maybe love makes you blind to the things you don't want to see. But the doubt grew like a seed planted in the back of my mind. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to be that Geetha one who doesn't trust his own wife. But something felt wrong, the kind of wrong you can't explain, only feel. That's when I did it. I bought the cameras. It felt wrong, sneaky, like I was the one betraying her. But my gut wouldn't let it go. So I set them up small, hidden, in places she'd never notice. I told myself it was just to ease my mind, to prove that I was overthinking. But deep down, I think I already knew the truth. I just wasn't ready to face it. For the first few days, nothing happened. I checked the footage late at night when she was asleep, heart pounding in my chest for reasons I couldn't explain. She'd come home from work, make dinner, watch TV, just the same routine. It almost made me feel guilty, like I'd invaded her privacy for no reason. Maybe I was overthinking. Maybe I was the problem. But then it happened. It was a Thursday. I remember because I was supposed to meet a friend for drinks, but something told me to stay home. She left the house, claiming she had to work late again. I waited until the house was empty, my heart racing as I opened the live feed. The house was quiet. Empty, just walls, furniture, shadows. I almost turned it off till the front door opened. She walked in. But she wasn't alone. A man followed. Someone I'd never seen before. She didn't look nervous. She didn't hesitate. She laughed her laugh, the one I thought was just for me. They moved through the house like they belonged. They're like it was their space, their secret world. I watched, frozen, as they sat on the couch. Their touches too familiar, too intimate, the kind of touch that used to be mine. I couldn't breathe. My hands trembled. My chest tightened. But I couldn't look away. It was like watching my life unravel in real time. Every kiss, every whisper, every betrayal played out on that tiny screen. The woman I loved, trusted, built a life with was a stranger. And the worst part, she didn't even look guilty. I stared at the footage long after they left, playing it over and over as if I could find some hidden detail that would change what I'd seen. But there was no misunderstanding, no excuse. Just the cold, undeniable truth. I didn't confront her that night. I didn't rage or scream. I just sat there, drowning in silence, realizing that the life I thought I had never really existed. The days after felt like walking through a fog. She'd come home, kiss me on the cheek, ask about my day all, while carrying the weight of her betrayal like it was nothing. And I played along, smiled, nodded, pretended, because I wasn't ready to confront her. Not yet. Every glance felt like a lie. Every touch felt foreign. I'd watch her from across the room, wondering how long. She'd been living this double life. Was it just this guy? Were there others? Had everything we built been nothing more than an illusion? The woman I loved was gone, replaced by a stranger who wore her face. But here's the thing about betrayal. It doesn't just break your heart. Shatters your sense of reality. I'd lie awake at night, staring at the ceiling, her breathing soft beside me, wondering how I missed the signs. Was I blind? Naive? Or did I just believe so deeply in us that I refused to see the cracks? I became a ghost in my own home, moving through the motions, pretending to be the husband she thought I was, while inside I was drowning. I'd rewatch the footage not to punish myself, but because part of me couldn't believe it was real, that she was real. She'd laugh at my jokes, plan future vacations, talk about kids like she wasn't already tearing our family apart. The duality of it all was suffocating. I wasn't living anymore, I was surviving. And then came the breaking point. I came home early one day. She was on the phone. Her voice soft, the way it used to be with me. She didn't hear me come in. Didn't see me standing there, listening to her giggle, whisper sweet nothings to someone else. That was the moment I realized I wasn't angry anymore. I was done pretending, done hurting, done loving someone who never really loved me back. It was a quiet evening like any other. She was in the kitchen, humming softly, making dinner, acting like everything was normal. But nothing was normal anymore, not for me. The mask I'd been wearing for weeks was heavy, suffocating. And that night, I decided to take it off. I walked into the room, calm. My heart wasn't racing anymore. The anger, the heartbreak, the confusion was all gone, placed by something colder. Clarity. She looked up, smiling, her eyes filled with the same warmth I'd fallen in love with years ago. But it didn't reach me. Not anymore. "We need to talk," I said, my voice steady, emotionless. Her smile faded, replaced by a flicker of concern. "What's wrong?" I didn't hesitate. "I know." She froze. "Know what?" she asked, trying to play dumb, her voice shaking just slightly. I pulled out my phone, opened the footage, and hit play. The screen showed her with him, laughing, touching, betraying. Her face drained of color as she watched herself unravel the life we'd built. She didn't speak for a long time. She stared, mouth slightly open, like she couldn't process what was happening. Then the excuses started. "What it looks like," she whispered, her voice trembling. I laughed, a cold, hollow sound. "It's exactly what it looks like." She broke down, falling to her knees, sobbing uncontrollably. She grabbed my hand, tears streaming down her face. "I'm sorry. I made a mistake. Please, let's fix this. I love you." But her words meant nothing. They were empty, like the promises she'd made while hiding lies behind her smile. I looked down at her, not with love, not with hate, but with indifference. "You're not sorry you did it. You're sorry you got caught." She sobbed harder, begging, pleading, but I was already gone, emotionally, mentally. The man she married, the man she betrayed, didn't exist anymore. I gently pulled my hand away, stood up, and said the last words she'd ever hear from me. "Goodbye." As I walked away from her, her sobs echoing in the empty room, I didn't feel the pain I thought I would. No heartbreak, no anger, just silence. A silence that felt like peace for the first time in a long time. I packed my things. That night, no dramatic farewell. It's no long-winded speech. Just a bag of essentials and the weight of lessons learned. She followed me to the door, still begging, still crying, her words a blur in the background. But I didn't look back. Not even once. Because here's the truth. When someone betrays you, it's not just the relationship that desites the version of yourself that believed in them, trusted them, loved them without question. That version of me was gone. I moved into a small apartment, started over. It wasn't easy. Some nights the memories crept in uninvited. But with every passing day, the pain faded, replaced by something stronger. Clarity. She tried reaching out, texts, calls, emails. I never responded. Not because I was bitter, but because there was nothing left to say. Forgiveness isn't about them, it's about you. And I forgave her, not to mend what was broken, but to set myself free. She lost me the moment she decided I wasn't enough. I found myself the moment I realized I was always more than enough. As I closed that door behind me for the last time, I realized something powerful. Sometimes the closure you're searching for doesn't come from an apology or even an explanation. It comes from walking away and never looking back. She wasn't sorry for what she did. She was sorry it didn't work out the way she planned. If she had never been caught, she would have kept lying, kept pretending, and that's the truth people don't like to admit. So if you're holding on to someone who betrayed you, hoping they'll come back and make it right, don't. They're not coming back because they miss you. They're coming back because they miss the comfort you gave them. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you'll ever say isn't "I forgive you." It's "I'm done."